God Made Kindermusic, Lesson 13. Good morning, Kinder Kids. Welcome back to the Penguin exhibit at the God Made Kindermusic Zoo. I see you're all bundled up today for another musical Christmas celebration. Just a little while ago, I asked Gerald to bring a box of rhythm instruments for our music time today. He should be here any minute.
I see him over there, Mr. Z. How could you miss that long neck of his?
Hello again, Kinder Kids. Brr, it sure is cold out here. I'm sure glad I have my warm earmuffs on. Mr. Z, I have that box of rhythm instruments that you asked me to get for you. Kinder Kids, come and pick out your favorite ones. Remember, Kinder Kids at home, you can make an instrument out of things in your house, like 2 wooden spoons, a wooden spoon in a pot, or just 2 pot lids.
Thanks, Gerald. Once you Kinder Kids have your rhythm instruments picked out, I want you to look at the penguin's pen here at the penguin exhibit. Did you notice the letter P on the penguin's pen? I'll bet you thought that P stood for penguins.
I used to think that P stood for penguins, but at our last music time together, I learned that the letter P also means to sing or play softly.
Good remembering, Sally. During our first stop at the penguin exhibit, we learned about the composer Peter Tchaikovsky and the music he wrote called the Nutcracker Suite. In that musical story, Clara and the Nutcracker Prince had just met the Sugar Plum Fairy. Let's listen to that music again and use our rhythm instruments to show that we know what the letter P means in music. I think the penguins like that soft music. Some of them even went to sleep while listening to it.
Kinder Kids, I passed the polar bear's pond a little while ago, and it looked like they were having a lot of fun. Would you like to visit the polar bears?
Okay, then. Let's walk over there and see what the polar bears are doing.
Well, for one thing, they sure are making a lot of loud growling sounds.
A little too loud, if you ask me. This squirrel is a bit frightened.
There's no reason to be afraid, Sally. The polar bears are just demonstrating the opposite of the soft letter P in music.
Is there a musical letter that's the opposite of the soft letter P?
Well, there sure is, Gerald. Kinder Kids, I'd like to introduce you to the musical letter F. It means loud in music.
I just thought of a word that starts with the letter F that might help the Kinder Kids remember that F stands for loud in music. Are you ready for my word?
Go ahead, Sally, but is it going to be so loud that we need to hold our ears?
Maybe, Gerald. Here goes. Ferocious!
Whoa! That's like the noise that the bears are making right now.
Polar bears can definitely sound ferocious. So we'll say that the letter F stands for ferocious, and it means loud in music. And the letter P stands for peaceful and soft. That's a good way to remember the meanings of the letters F and P in music, Sally.
Thanks, Mr. Z. Since we're at another animal display that has snow-covered mountains, icebergs, and an icy pond, could you please continue the story about Clara and the Nutcracker from last time?
Well, yes, I'd be happy to, Sally. Let's see. Back in the land of sweets, the Sugar Plum Fairy commanded her candy canes to come alive and dance all around them. Tchaikovsky used loud music to describe their dance. Get your instruments ready, Kinder Kids. Let's keep a steady beat and play along with this music loudly.
The polar bears must have liked that music a lot because they started moving around and roaring loudly. They made it kinda hard to even hear our rhythm instruments.
Loud music usually gets a loud response. Gerald, would you mind collecting all the rhythm instruments and then putting them away for today?
Sure thing, Mr. Z. Kinder Kids, come over here and put your instruments back in this box.
It's a little chilly here at the Polar Bear's Pond. Some hot chocolate would be great right about now. Come on, Kinder Kids, let's race to the snack shack. Running will also help us warm up a bit.
Everyone has their hot chocolate now, Mr. Z.
Great. Thanks, Gerald. Hopefully everyone is feeling a little warmer now. Hey, Sally, I see a stack of the Kinder Kids music workbooks over there on that table. Would you please pass them out to the Kinder Kids?
I'd love to, Mr. Z. And I've also got a box of crayons that they can share, because I see we haven't finished coloring our picture on page 12 yet.
That's right. We're getting ready to do just that. Kinder Kids, you can keep sipping that hot chocolate while we finish page 12. But please be careful not to knock over your cups. That could really cause a lot of brown snow in your workbooks. All right. Look at the children sledding in the bottom right corner of the picture on page 12. Which musical letter would you use to describe the sledders, P or F?
I would definitely choose the letter F to describe these sledders. How in the world could you be anything but loud while you're racing down a snow-covered mountain on a sled?
I agree, Sally. I can just hear them yelling and laughing and having so much fun in the snow. So, Kinder Kids, draw the letter F by the sledders.
Good job. Now, what letter would you choose to describe the dog on the rug, Sally?
Oh, that's easy, Gerald. I would use the soft, musical letter P for this picture. After all, it looks to me like the dog is taking a nap. So we need to be very quiet. Kinder Kids, draw the letter P by the sleeping dog.
See the boys and girls caroling by the window? What musical letter would you choose to describe their singing? The soft P or the loud F?
That's a tricky one, Mr. Z. If they're singing Joy to the World, I would draw an F for loud. But if they're singing Silent Night, I'd draw the letter P for soft.
That's a really good point, Gerald. So, we'll leave it up to the Kinder Kids to decide which song the carolers are singing, the loud one or the soft one. And once they've decided, then they can draw either a P or an F beside the picture.
Next, we're going to look at the pictures above the dreaming man's head. The one in the top right shows the angels saying, "Glory to God in the highest." Kinderkids, when you decide whether the picture should have a loud musical letter F or a soft musical letter P, you can write it on the picture.
Finally, let's look at the picture of the shepherds running in excitement to see the baby Jesus. Choose the musical letter that fits that picture best and write it beside the shepherds. Psst! I can give you a hint. What do you sound like when you're excited?
Excited shepherds would surely want to tell everyone what they had just seen. The Bible tells us in Luke 2, verse 17, that when the shepherds had seen baby Jesus, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child.
Kinderkids, I didn't notice the manger scene when I first came into the snack shack, but what a perfect Christmas display to look at while we think about the shepherds. See them kneeling down, worshiping Jesus?
I kept looking around the zoo for the manger scene. I was sure that would be one of the most important of all the Christmas decorations.
Well, we found it, didn't we, Kinderkids? When the shepherds invited everyone to come and see the baby Jesus, they didn't have a song about inviting everyone to come, but we do because years later, someone did write a song about that exciting event.
Oh, I think I've heard that song before. Is it, "Oh, come, little children"?
It sure is, Sally. Kinderkids, before we sing together, I'd like for you to color the two pictures that have the letter F written beside them. That would be the angels singing and the shepherds running. When you're finished coloring the pictures, then we'll sing our song.
Mr. Z, I think all of the Kinderkids are finished coloring their pictures. Is it time for all of us to sing, "Oh, Come Little Children"?
Yes, it is, Gerald. Now, close your workbooks, Kinderkids, and get ready to sing.
Oh, come, little children, oh, come, one and all. Oh, come to the cradle in Bethlehem's stall. Come look at the Christ child this wonderful night, and see all God's angels and stars shining bright.
Your workbook pictures of the first Christmas turned out beautifully, Kinderkids. Be sure to show them to your parents and friends to remind them of how Jesus came to earth. And now we've come to the end of our Christmas adventures at the God-made Kindermusic Zoo.
I've certainly enjoyed seeing the penguins again, and even hearing the loud polar bears, even though it did scare me just a little bit.
I wasn't scared because I'm bigger than they are. We also learned about the loud musical letter F and colored pictures in our workbooks, which is always fun.
And we were reminded about Tchaikovsky's Christmas story of Clara and her Nutcracker Prince. But the most important thing that we've been reminded of is that Jesus came to earth as a baby long ago. He lived on the earth, died, and rose again. And now he can live in our hearts at Christmas and all year long. And there's no better way to celebrate that beautiful and true Christmas story than to sing about it. So, let's sing "Oh Come Little Children" one more time to remind us to come and see Jesus, not only at Christmas time, but every day of the year.
children, O come one and all. O come to the cradle in Bethlehem's stall. Come look at the Christ child this wonderful night, and see all God's angels and stars shining bright.
Thanks for being here today, Kinder Kids. When you exchange gifts this Christmas, don't forget to be thankful for the wonderful gift of music that God has given us. And let's be sure to use that amazing gift at Christmas time and all year long to share with others the best gift ever, the gift of Jesus.
children, O come one and all. O come to the cradle in Bethlehem's stall. Come look at the Christ child this wonderful night, and see all God's angels and stars shining